Glad you're with us tonight. Speaking of the victor, David Perdue, let's check in with our own Adam Murphy, who has been covering the Perdue campaign headquarters all night tonight. Adam, good evening.
Good evening, Scott. The celebration is underway here at the Perdue campaign, and let me tell you something, they're really excited. Big night for Perdue, big night for Republicans. Everyone here is just thrilled to hear the news, and a lot of political heavyweights are on hand as well, like former Governor Sonny Perdue. Also, we've seen Jack Kingston from Congress. We've also seen Saxby Chambliss, the senator from the state of Georgia, and he has told us that David Perdue, in his opinion, is the right man for the job, a man with good sense, a man who can create jobs and try to get back people to work and also cut that deficit of $17 trillion plus. You'll see for yourself, everyone here eagerly waiting David Perdue's speech before this large crowd at the hotel here in Buckhead, and we're at the Intercontinental Hotel. And you can see they are just ready for Perdue to come out. And as he does, we'll, of course, carry that live right here on CBS 46. But great night, everyone thrilled, and we'll have more as the night unfolds. We're live here at the Perdue campaign. Adam Murphy, CBS 46 News.
Adam, thank you. We will, of course, head back once David Perdue does come out. In the meantime, a story that continues to develop tonight. Election day frustration in some Metro Atlanta precincts. CBS 46's Daniel Wilkerson is in Sandy Springs, and our Jocelyn Canal has details on problems in Decatur.
And Bernard Watson is in Atlanta tonight with details about what's happening in Fulton County. Imagine waiting at this precinct in Sandy Springs where the lines were 200 to 300 people deep at times. Voters were complaining that 6 precincts were combined into one, and a lot of people say they never got a letter telling them about the change. Let's begin our coverage about polling problems with Daniel Wilkerson live at the North Springs United Methodist Church. Daniel, we'll get right back to you in a moment. Let's listen to David Perdue in his acceptance speech for the U.S. Senate seat. Governor Nathan Deal and his speech for being the continuing governor of Georgia. Let's listen.
Four more for Matt. 4 more for Matt. 4 more for Matt. 4 more for Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Deal.
Thank you all. I just got the call from Senator Jason Carter conceding the election. I want to congratulate all the people in the state of Georgia, and especially those of you who helped us and worked so hard. You've just elected the best First Lady of this state once again. We've had people all over this state who have helped us, and I just simply want to say thank you for your work, for your financial support, for your encouragement. People have worked long and hard, making phone calls, writing cards, talking to their neighbors, and it has been a groundswell all across this state. And we are truly thankful for everything that you've done for us. Now, I think you know that I have had some very fine people working on my campaign, and I want to thank them. It's hard to begin to single out anybody, but there are several who played major roles as a part of our staff. First of all, of course, Chris Riley, my longtime right-hand man. Tom Willis, a young man who took on the job as campaign manager. Brian Robinson, my spokesperson, who was always there. And Denise Deal, who helped us raise the money necessary to conduct this campaign. I promise you tonight, as I promised you during the election, we will continue to make Georgia the best place in the country for every possible thing you can imagine: jobs, environment, family life, best place to live. We have it all going for us, and we're going to keep it moving in that direction. There are so many young people who have been an important part of our team, and they have worked tirelessly. And you know, we don't pay them very much. We really don't. But they work for the love of it. And I appreciate the fact that they have loved me, and they've loved Sandra, and they've loved all of us. Part of our team, though, that I haven't singled out is certainly the part that makes it most special to me, and that is my family. My children, and of course my wife, and my grandchildren. You know, campaigns are hard on families because things are said, ads are run, people make comments, and even though in your own heart you know they're not true, they still hurt. And it takes a tough skin on the part of not only candidates, but of their spouses and of their family members. So please thank my family members for their support.
You're listening to Governor Nathan Deal, except 4 more years as the leader of our state here in Georgia, as he announced that Jason Carter called earlier tonight to concede the election to him, as he's thanking his supporters and his family for their tough skin during all of this.
Our special coverage of Campaign 2014 here on CBS 46 News continues right after this. But first, we do want to head out to Perdue's campaign and of course his speech as well. If we can get to that, let's listen in. And of course, you see him start to walk to the podium there. David Perdue, of course, CBS 46's Adam Murphy has been following this for us throughout the evening, and we see certainly a lot of his supporters kind of gathered there on the stage. And this has been a hard-fought battle, Stephanie. Certainly a lot of money spent on the campaign between he and Michelle Nunn. In the meantime, we wait for David Perdue to take the podium there. And again, a lot of his supporters listening in as well. We heard just a short time ago Michelle Nunn say that she called David Perdue on the phone and congratulated him on a hard-fought battle. Let's listen in to one of his supporters right now.
My pleasure to introduce Congressman Tom Graves and his lovely bride.
All right, y'all.
All right. We'll get back to this in just a minute. We'll take a short break, and when David Perdue comes to the podium, we'll bring that to you live. Stay with us. We're back in a moment.
Welcome back, everyone, as you're watching continuous live election coverage right here on CBS 46 News. Let's get back out with more live coverage for you. Jeff Cherico is standing by at Jason Carter's campaign headquarters tonight. Jeff?
Hey, Scott, yeah, we just saw Senator Jason Carter step to the stage. He is about to concede this election tonight. Let's hear a little bit of what he has to say.
I was going to come out here and tell y'all not to feel bad, but you don't, so that's exciting. So, a few minutes ago, I called the governor and spoke to him and congratulated him on his victory on a very hard-fought win, and I offered him, told him how much this state means to me. And I told him that if he needed me to do anything, I would do it, and I wished him the best, and I hope that all of us succeed in making this state the great powerhouse that we all know it can be. And I'd like to thank Governor Deal and Dr. Hunt for going through this tough campaign with me. And while this wasn't the result, of course, that we had hoped for, we still have a giant amount to be proud of. This campaign put education back at the very top priority list for our state. We had a great debate about how to appropriately fund our schools, how to improve them, how to move forward with an education system that gets us where we need to be. We had a discussion and a debate about the Hope Scholarship and how to expand it. We made sure that this campaign was about making sure that middle-class families and small businesses didn't get left behind. And we also reached out in this campaign to the different communities of this state in unprecedented ways. I think that all of you participated in that and should be incredibly proud of what you all did in this campaign. So thank you to all of you.
We're going to break away from Jason Carter because right now David Perdue is addressing his supporters. Certainly a jubilant crowd at his campaign headquarters tonight. So let's take you right there to the podium and let's listen in to the next senator from the state of Georgia. Here's David Perdue.